Alright, welcome everyone. Let's talk about the FFA Nomad and what you have to do with all the civilization. Now, the best example I can give you when I'm playing FFA Nomad, I'm actually not looking for deer or berries or etc. I actually look for gold all the time. Because even if you don't have food at all, like let's say you need to go farms in Dark Age, there is literally no problem with that. If you need to go farm in Dark Age, do that. Especially with English, or you can do it with Byzantine as well, because English has cheaper farms, Byzantine gets two resources, right? What you need to do is always secure a goal location. Now, if you pick House of Lancaster, which I really push you towards it to play House of Lancaster, because this sieve is one of the most noob-friendly sieve in FFA Nomad, even though not the strongest sieve, but it's a really noob-friendly sieve, just like with English or OTD HRE as well, or Byzantine and Japanese. Very noob-friendly sieves. We can say Abbasid for Abbasid as well, but let me show you what you actually need to do. Let's say we are picking House of Lancaster and we are playing a Nomad game against other players. So the start is really simple. As I said, you're gonna scout around with your king and you're gonna find where is the gold on the map. That's very simple. Try to look where the other player villager goes as well, so you don't build your TC next to another player, because what you really want to do when playing Nomad is that you want to just not build close to the players, not at all. You don't want to build close, because if you start fighting in Feudal or Castle, that will push you back a lot. So now we enter the game, there's a deer camp, but I don't care about it. I'm playing with the House of Lancaster, so it doesn't matter. What I'm really looking forward is gonna be a gold. If the, like, let's say the deer pack is next to gold, that's really good. But what I'm actually looking for is gold. It's kind of funny that on the first start that I'm making this guide, I got the very nice seed, which is the deer seed, where you have a lot of deers, as you can see. But what you need to actually do, search for the gold. This is like one of the best locations that you can build on. If something like this happens, let's say there is a gold or some good resources, and you can build your TC next to it, that's very nice. So as you can see, when my villagers inside the circle of the merchant camp, and you build the TC, at the same time you are capturing it. It's nice, isn't it? So at the same time building TC, I'm capturing it. Now, we actually don't have downtime while building our TC, because we need to use the king to scout around all the areas to see what do we have. So you just send around the king, but be careful, because there's a high chance that if you are very close to a player base, they may try to snipe your king with their villager. So just try to run around your base, sprint back, always keep your sprint without cooldown. You don't want your sprint to be on cooldown. When you the enemy villagers, wait until they are very close to your king, and after that start the sprinting. Don't start the sprinting before the villagers, because you need to try to bring those villagers closer to your base, which means more idle time, more travel time for that player. If the enemy player is accidentally moving around your TC, just garrison your villagers inside, kill those villagers, because that was his mistake. Now, as you can see, it's really nice with the House of Lancaster that when you finish the TC, you actually start with 4 sheep. Now, that's the reason why I said House of Lancaster is one of the best civ for players that looking for a little bit easier play on Nomad. Because you automatically start with sheep, so you have the gold, you have the sheep, you can easily go up to the next stage. What I really like to do with the House of Lancaster is make a scout, because their bonus ability, bonus passive thing is that they are gathering sheep even more faster. So from here on, as I said, literally every civilization varies the same. You need to find the gold. As soon as you find the gold, you have zero problem. Even if you are Rus, you will play a little bit differently because you're gonna build production building, aka hunting cabins. Now let me show you that as well. So I show you how to play House of Lancaster in FFA Nomad because House of Lancaster is the best example of starting with a scout in Dark. Now there are two civilizations that can do the same thing, starting scout in a Dark Age. Let me show you that. One of them is the Rus and the Mongols. Mongols can build a stable in the Dark Age and you can make scout out of it. Rus can make hunting cabin, and from the hunting cabin you can make scout. Abbasid and Ayyubid and Ottoman can make a dock in the Dark Age and queue up a fishing ship immediately. There are no other civilization that can do that. This is the three civilization can do. Just build a dock, you can queue up a fishing ship. Then we have Ottoman, English, Japanese, the civilizations that can build a barrack in Dark Age in case you need to secure a really good location and the player's trying to build there. What you need to do with Japanese, build a barrack, or Ottoman or English, build a barrack, build a house, and you can make unit. You can immediately make, like, I think Ottoman you can make 2 spearmen, English you can make 2 men-at-arms, and Japanese you can make 1 samurai. I'm not sure, 1 samurai and maybe 1 samurai, 1 spearman. But this is the 3 civilization that can actually make units in the Dark Age. You can do with Nice Templar as well, but you need to get the wood for that, because you have only 100 wood, but because you don't need lumber camp, you can just get a little bit of wood, you can build a barrack, but it's more complicated to do that with Nice Templar compared to the other civilization. There are other methods as well to protect your villagers early on. Example, the Delhi. The Delhi can build a mosque in the Dark Age, and with that, you can get your scholars out of the mosque and fight the enemy player with your scholar. So that's a really good play as well to secure the locations that you're looking for with Delhi. Then what other receive as we have example, the Malian plays a little bit differently because the Malian starts with a pit mine. So with the Malian, you actually don't need to build on the gold because the Malian builds a pit mine on the gold. Just be close, you don't need to put your TC on the gold, just be close of that gold. Build your pit mine, focus on building all the houses before you are starting to age up as well, right? So I'm gonna show you a really good case of that right now. We're gonna load up a Malian. Malian is really nice as well for playing FFA Nomad. Not the easiest civ, of course. It's not really the easiest civ to play with. But let me show you as well how to start with the Malian. But as I said, most of the civilizations will start the same. You just need to look out for a gold, not for a deer or a berry patch. Gold is like very important. Like gold is for you to age up, to make traders, to get upgrades, while food can be made by building farms. And there is no problem building farms in a Dark Age at all. If you have to, you have to build it, and that's it. There's like nothing else you can do. What you need to do, if let's say you couldn't find food around you but only gold, try to look for a TC, right? Sorry, a stone, and build a second TC immediately, or even a 3 TC. There is literally zero problem with building 3 TC. So let's see. Okay, this is a really good example. So there is a gold vein, right? So where are we going to build a TC? We can build it here, that's not bad. Or we can build it a little bit closer to the gold, because we need to actually protect it, so we are not getting attacked. While you are building that, you can, look at this. So you can build a pit mine on it. So from the start, you can either make a scout out of your TC or just queue up for villager. The reason sometimes I don't make a scout, because I'm not really looking forward to get sheep, or if I have Rus player in the game or I have Mongol player, the scout will not really bring as many sheep back, right? So let's say I just got like 5 or 6 sheep, which was not worth to delay one of your villager, because I already know I have a Rus, I have a Mongol in the game. Most likely they already gathered the sheep. Or when a player starts in the middle, there's a high chance that player who starts in the middle will get most of the ships on the map. So rather delaying your economy by skipping out one villager, right? Just queue up the villager, use your king. Don't try to be very risky with your king scouting, and that's the most important. So now, again, as I said, Malian, you build it up your TC. You want to chop a tree immediately, and let me show you why. Let's say there is no food around you, but again, as I said, gold equals all resources. Gold equals important. It is very important to have gold. So let me show you what happens if Malian doesn't have a starting food. Like, let's say I couldn't put the TC on that location. So what you need to do is actually just build a mill, and now just keep sending villagers to wood. Just keep sending villagers to wood. You're gonna queue up a cow, a cattle. Almost done. Drop the wood and go for the cattle. Now you will need to make 2 of these, but you will able to do that since this speed mine is supporting you, and it will support you the whole game. So now just keep making villagers. As soon as you get gold again from the pit mine, make another kettle, because as I said, you will need it. Keep sending the villagers and make sure your pit mine is fully builded. While you're gathering the food from that kettle, another one has arrived. Just make sure you kill it before all your villagers start to hit on the same kettle. And now you can start building houses around your pit mine, which will boost your gold generation and will help you to get to the feudal faster. So this is a really good way to play Malians when you don't have food nearby your TC. From this you can go Calboom or you can go to TC. You can even do feudal aggression, or you can just skip through feudal and get to castle immediately. Because don't forget, your Malian units have no problem to fight H3 units. You have the Musafari warrior to counter Manaton, you have the German introvert to counter archer and crossbow, you have all the units you need to do damage to your opponent. So yeah, that's how to start with Malian in FFA Nomad. So, the same with Japanese, you can start on gold. Same with China and Zushi, they actually don't build next to the resource. The reason behind that, because you need to build a mining camp, you need to build a lumber camp. Like, doesn't matter what, you always need to do that. So let me show you that. Okay. It's the same for China and Zushi as well. You actually don't build your TC next to those resources. What you need to do, so the reason behind that, because you need the taxes. With China and Zushi, you have to collect the taxes. So that's why we don't build directly on a deer camp. Now, let me show you. So when you are playing with China and Zushi, you don't build on deer camp. You don't build on berries or like this. You always leave like 2 tiles of gap, because now you can build a mining camp here, and you need to collect the taxes. So when you are playing China or Zushi, never ever try to build your TC directly on the resources, because you are just messing up your taxation, which you need an IO. Zushi spawns with an IO and China doesn't. So with China you have to make an IO, or you can just not make an IO, just get to feudal, like with 5 villagers, get the IO from the Imperial Academy, that's fine as well. But it is really important to not don't forget that you don't need to build very very close to the resources with China and Zushi. So the rest of the civilizations are just playing out the same. You can build a close TC with French, Jeanne d'Arc, Knights Templar, or HRE, OTD, Delhi English, House of Lancaster, Mongol, Ottoman, Rus. And this is how simple it is to play FFA Nomad, not ruin your games, and the simplicity what you need to do early on. Later on, everything just based on your 1 versus 1 experience. There is nothing else. So later on, when we are like 20 or 30 minutes into the game, it's just all based how good you are in 1 versus 1. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I helped you in your journey for FFA Nomad.